Dungey looking good enough for the win here. Talked to Ian Harrison, who's the motor guy at KTM. Asked him what they do to compensate for the altitude. Actually, they go up on the compression a little bit. If you ran that setup at sea level, the bike might not last to the end, but it operates differently because of the pressure, because of the atmosphere. So they can go up on the compression and try to get a little power back, but a little power back compared to a lot that they're going to lose being up here.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of things that they can do now with the ECU that controls all the fuel injection and all that. And it's pretty cool, you know. There's no more getting gas on your hands and swapping out main jets and finding a different needle and this and that. It's basically plugging a laptop in to the ECU and changing the ignition curve, changing the fuel mixture, and quite a few teams have benefited from that. But still, it's a machine. It can be tuned to run better or worse, and the teams have their work cut out for them when we come here to Lakewood.
Well, especially considering this 450 is all new. They don't have notes to go back and say what they did with this bike at this altitude last year. They came out, first shot at it, and they win the first moto here at Thunder Valley. And KTM has finally got themselves a victory in the 450 class with a moto win. See if you can follow it up with an overall with the second race later today. But Tenacious RD is doing what he does, logging solid, consistent laps. And this time it paid off. It would have been great to see him hook up with another battle with Stewart. Hopefully Stewart can come back later. That was a hard hit, unfortunately, for 7. Wish him the best. There is 21 of Weimer taking second. So that's 2 podium finishes in motos thus far this year. And Brent Metcalf is back to the level he was on at our opening round, battling for a podium position. Ends up in 3rd on that Yoshimura Suzuki. There's the mechanic, Carlos Rivera for Dungey. Great performance there. And our one to watch, Nico Izzy, 5th. Yes, he is. That is another solid run. And you think he put in an effort? Look at that face.
Yeah, and he was only 35 seconds off of the lead, and that was coming from behind, coming through traffic. So Nico Izzy put out a great effort.